Hi, I'm Brett Parker, multimedia specialist for Dairy Foods Magazine. And today we're focusing on Dippin' Dots, who've recently collaborated with Dr. Pepper on a new frozen treat, the Dr. Pepper flavored Dippin' Dots, which is scheduled to be released in early 2026. Here to discuss this is Kimmra Hingher, Vice President of Marketing at Dippin' Dots. Kimmra, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Brett. This is a pretty historic moment for Dippin' Dots and our innovation journey and the brand. So I'm thrilled to be here talking about it.
It sure is. Could you tell us how this collaboration between Dippin' Dots and Dr. Pepper first came to be?
It's a really fun story. We are always looking at how we're bringing fun and excitement and news to our fans, our consumers, and we look at various areas for inspiration. One of the things that's great about a brand like Dippin' Dots is the fans are very engaged. And so we went straight to social media. We were looking at next year and we said, we haven't really asked our consumers for a bit what they're looking for, and it was a very open-ended question on Instagram that said, if we were to do any flavor that you would love on Dippin' Dots, what would it be? And it was Dr. Pepper. And we thought, how neat is that an iconic brand like Dippin' Dots has our fans telling us that they would love a Dr. Pepper collaboration, which is also a very one of a kind,
Hmm.
innovative brand. And it was born from that inspiration and really just thrilled that Dr. Pepper was so excited about it when we reached out to them. And it went from there. So that's how it all got started.
What was the most challenging aspect of creating this product?
It was really making sure that we made the best of both of these brands. And what I mean by that is we are an amazing beaded ice cream. And Dr. Pepper is a very flavorful, unique carbonated soda at its core. And so we really wanted to make sure that our product delivered on both. And so we decided to make it the creamy base and really build in those unique flavors. We did a lot of back and forth. Nate Hyder on our R&D lead for this really made sure that he captured all of the flavors, but kept it in this unique creamy base because we wanted to make sure that Dr. Pepper lovers and Dippin' Dots lovers really felt that it delivered on both of those really well-known experiences with the product. Pepper was a fantastic partner in this as we shared formulations that we did a lot of work on. They gave us great feedback. And really, one of the interesting things they did was just give feedback on the Dr. Pepper profile, which we were so close on, but we loved that they helped us build and make it even better.
Well, speaking of collaborating with Dr. Pepper, I was curious about like their creative control over the product. Like, was there anything that they were very precise about that they very much wanted out of the product?
Great question. And they've been a fantastic partner. And as they should be, they are particular about how their brand shows up inside and outside of their category. And so it really went back to flavor profile. They know Dr. Pepper flavor better than anyone. And when we sent them samples, when we worked through that flavor development, they were really taking a hard look around their organization. So it wasn't just marketing, it was product R&D, it was anybody who has a stake in how their brand shows up was giving us feedback. So they were certainly particular on the color, the flavor, the notes, and then also just in the way that the two brands showed up in packaging, POS, collateral, marketing materials, even the way we announced it, we wanted it to feel very just open, collaborative, and transparent to both of our fans. So that's really, two very particular iconic brands having strong feelings and support for their individual brands, but it almost created this increasingly mutual respect because of the way that we were able to come together.
And for my next question, I'm kind of curious about how much consumer data influences a product like this? Like you mentioned how the consumer feedback mentioned that they would like a Dr. Pepper flavor. I guess
Mhm.
my question, so to speak, is if the consumers wanted a flavor that you at the company felt would not be a good fit for the product or would not taste good, would you go ahead anyways just based on consumer reaction, or would your own tastes override such a plan?
It's so true because consumers have strong opinions that they want to share with brands. And I think we would keep it really true to what we're about. We have a really solid foundation of brand positioning on Dippin' Dots. And I think that helps you be clear on what you are and what you aren't. And I think that it actually ends up being really freeing versus restricting because you can say we are all about moments of joy, great product experience. And so I think we would have to reject anything that we say, you know what, this just doesn't deliver the way that we want it to. But I think what we would do, Brett, is think about what's behind the request. So if there's something that they're looking at and maybe a flavor profile, is it a trend that's out there that maybe we need to dig into a little bit more to say, what is in that space that might make sense for us so that we're open-minded but yet really keeping it true to what we're about, which is delivering amazing beaded ice cream that our consumers love.
Now, did this collaboration teach you anything new about the art of dairy product creation in general?
Yeah, gosh, what a true statement around always being open and curious and learning. I think that comes from your question. And for us, this being the first co-branded product that we've ever done on Dippin' Dots, um, that's really exciting. And it also means that you have to kind of open yourself up a little bit. We're very protective of the brand. We have a high sense of control on everything. And when you open yourself up to a collaboration, you're opening yourself up to a new organization, new opinions, new ways of working. So I think the fact that we were very, very careful and intentional about who that first ever co-branded partner is helped make that innovation and that newness to this space much easier, much better for us. But I think the learning is just be really clear with what you're about, where your guardrails are, and then open yourself up to taking some input, some feedback, some challenges and pushes from your partners. And I think in this instance, it helped us get to just a really amazing space with the product and the branding.
Sounds wonderful. Well, that's all the time that we have for today. Kimmra Hingher of Dippin' Dots, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. I love talking about Dippin' Dots, and I'm so excited about the Dr. Pepper Dippin' Dots innovation that will be coming out in early 2026. So I hope all of your viewers keep an eye out for it, and we look forward to hearing their feedback.
Yep, we'll definitely keep a lookout for it. Thank you all for watching.